Hi, I'm Laura Jaramillo, and my purpose here is to inform you all about Colombia's college admission process. I'm qualified to give you this information because my plan for the future is to study here in Colombia. I have done my research and started applying for some universities. For today's video, with some guidance from Andrea Paisker, I will cover almost everything you need to know about how to apply here in Colombia and its benefits. To start off, let's answer a question that maybe most of you have in mind. Why should I study in Colombia? And my first statement towards that question is it completely depends on you, what you're looking for and what you want in general. But I am going to tell you some of the main and essential reasons why staying in Colombia it's a wise choice. The first reason is the quality of the universities. A great misconception that Colombians have is that someone has to leave Colombia to be able to have a great education. That's wrong. According to the Institute of International Education, Colombia is 22nd in the world. It's about time that we acknowledge that universities in Colombia have a variety of degrees and highly educated professionals. The second reason is economics. Compared to other countries, education in Colombia is less expensive. The benefit of the less cost means that the money a student would usually use for tuition, like for a university outside Colombia, they can use it to start a master's degrees in Europe or in the US. And that student can use their money to have a great education in Colombia and also have a master's anywhere they want. The third reason is the contacts. Columbia universities have amazing both local and international connections and contacts. These universities encourage and help their students get their internships and even their first jobs with their contacts with multinational companies. The fourth and last reason is university exchanges. Most universities in Colombia have a variety of places worldwide where students can choose to go. Exchanges are highly recommended and they have connections everywhere you want. You could easily study 1, 2, 3 or more years outside, and you can guarantee that you'll go to the best universities. You could have a balance between studying abroad and here in Colombia, without the need of compromising to only one city or even one country. Of course, there are many other reasons why staying in Colombia is a wise choice, but these were the main and most essential reasons why. Our next step is what requirements do you need to be able to apply? And to be honest, it's the easiest and less time-consuming application you're going to encounter. Basically, you're going to need 4 things. The ICFES exam, the English exam, which can be like TOEFL or Duolingo, your grades from 6th to 12th grade, and finally, depending on what university you want to apply, an interview. Now, let me give you a little information about each of these. The ICFES, or the Saber Once, is a high school exit examination administered annually in grades 11 or 12 in Colombian high schools. The purpose of the exam is to evaluate students' aptitude in 5 subjects: critical reading, mathematics, social studies, science, and English. Now, the TOEFL is a standardized test to measure the English language ability of non-native speakers wishing to enroll in English-speaking universities. The test is accepted by more than 11,000 universities and other institutions in over more than 190 countries and territories. Also, the Duolingo English test is a modern language proficiency tool designed for today's international students and institutions. It offers an English proficiency score, a video interview, and a writing sample, an accessible and efficient and secure testing experience. If your plan is to take an exchange, then I highly recommend you to take the TOEFL instead of the Duolingo. But if you plan on staying here the whole career, then Duolingo will do just fine. Your grades from 6 to 12 are a new element that universities are requiring because of the COVID outbreak and the start of the pandemic. Since the pandemic started, it was very difficult for students to take the ICFES, so most of the universities started accepting students by looking at their grades. Now that taking the ICFES is possible, the universities now require both ICFES and grades to be able to compare them. Finally, the interview. This is not something every university does, but it could easily be your case. Some universities like to interview students and get to know more about them and what they're looking for in their university. As I said before, this is not mandatory, but it could be possible that a university will email you for an interview. So be prepared to talk about your life goals, your future, your career, and the university. Now that we have some context or some basic information about the requirements, I can now tell you how to prepare for your next step in your life. In 11th grade, there's a possibility that you take a PreSAT exam, which is basically like a pre-SAT, but for ICFES. Here are the pros and cons of taking this exam in 11th grade. Some pros you have is that you have some idea about how the exam is going to be, like how eternal it is and how complex the questions are, and like what areas you need to improve. The cons, basically, it's like really one, but not really, It's that once you take the PreSAT, you get a high score, then you will not study at all for the real ICFES and stay relaxed. So please don't do that, that's a terrible mistake. I would recommend taking this 11th grade exam only if you're planning on studying like medicine, economics, or international business. If you want to take the exam, the closest date is March, and the other opportunity is in August. The cost of taking this exam is 69,500 pesos. If your plan is to start studying in 12th grade, there are 3 options for you. The first option is independently finding an ICFES course with teachers that will help you learn all that you need to know. The second option is to enroll in the school's ICFES course, which is also a great alternative. The last option is studying by yourself. The internet has amazing resources where we can find everything you need to know. Now, I can finally talk about some universities here in Colombia. I selected 3 cities that are the most common, which are Bogotá, Cali, and Medellín. There are lots of great universities, like in Bogotá, like Los Andes, Javeriana, Rosario, La Tadeo, CESA, and Sabana. In Cali, some examples are ICESI, Javeriana, San Buenaventura, and La Autónoma. In Medellín, universities like UP Bolivariana, EAFIT, and La Colegiatura. All of these are universities that are highly qualified and excellent options to apply. Most of them has an enormous variety of careers and benefits just for you. And if you're still not sure what career you want, I have 3 awesome web pages where you can take a look at some of the careers that already exist. You Google Holland List of Majors or College Board in the Big Future section, or MEFA Pathway. All of the 3 options are amazing tools for you to explore the available careers and maybe make a decision based on your personality. I hope that this information was helpful. Thank you for watching, and if there are any additional questions, you can also write them in the comments or in our webpage. Thank you.